Hello and welcome to the Japan tour. We have big booty waifus over there. We have isekais over here. Low birth rates. We have a lot of people becoming bricks in Minecraft on a certain forest. You know what I'm saying? Because of depression. And Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece, Digimon, Digital Monsters, all that shit. So I never went to Japan. I know Japanese people and I know people who live there. PewDiePie, if I'm not mistaken, is living in Japan with his wife or his girlfriend or whatever. And I guess he's doing fine. I don't know if he knows Japanese. He'd better. He'd better. I'm looking at you, yes, you PewDiePie, because you had to embrace the culture. You had to love the culture. And if I detect a weird accent in your Japanese, you're out of here, boy. Well, getting to more serious matters. Something happened politically. Oh, politics. Yeah, but it has a good ending, trust. And some stupid muppet, some stupid puppet was trying to force some uh, retarded immigration thingy in Japan that like I don't know what was the whole thing. I guess that some he was making a deal with like an Indian politician or something, and Indians were going to like massively immigrate to Japan, and the Japanese they went bananas in a peaceful way, right? No violence, no nothing for the most part, if I'm not mistaken. And the government listened to them. They were against those policies, whatever they were. And the stupid puppet, he just resigned. He was like, okay, I'm stepping down from my duties as a politician or whatever. I'm a stupid muppet. I fucked up, and yeah, you Japanese number one. So yeah, people were protesting peacefully. The government listened, and they made changes to appeal to the people, which is like nuts. That's like wizardry. That's like witchcraft. Because that when does that ever happen? Like a government that listened to their people, or maybe it was a rare situation. I don't know. I don't really know about the politics, but I heard about that. I don't know where it was on YouTube or something, and there was like proof and stuff. Like the guy came out like I'm stepping down, so whatever. But let's just get this over with. Happy ending, yay! But there's a lesson to learn from this. You see, Japanese people, waifu loving, pillow loving, gooning, cooming uh, aficionados, real talk, are very delicate about their culture and about their country. So you can come to Japan, you know, you can live there legally, and it's all good. But know this: I'm not joking with what I'm about to say, even though it will sound like a joke. To their eyes, you'll never be Japanese. You're a foreigner, and you're living there, and it's all fine. They won't hate you. They won't be violent because they're not really known for being violent. It's a very peaceful, very relaxed, calm country. As I said, I know people that live there, and they constantly tell me that it's very safe. So that's one of the reasons they were there. They lived in very crime-filled countries. It was very rough, and when they went to Japan because of work opportunities, because they were really hardworking and they got the chance to live there, they stayed. And well, some returned, or went to a different place, but the ones that stayed haven't complained once, at least about when it comes to safety, right? But going back to the original subject, yeah, I mean, you can live with them, but you have to understand that their culture is their culture. You can enjoy it and you can be respectful, but you have to know what's up. Now, for some people that may sound as racist, but I don't think so. To be fair, you know, because if they were really racist, there will be violence against people from different races coming to Japan as tourists or as people who are studying there or trying to work there or trying to live there. But that's not the case. That's literally almost never, if never, the case, right? But don't force it. Don't like, oh yeah, oh yeah, we're gonna massively immigrate to Japan. Everything's gonna be fine, and we're no, no, bro, no. Just go back, but no, they're not gonna work. But everyone loves anime. Everyone loves anime and big boobies, waifus, dead or alive. We love Sailor Moon, Naruto, all that. Attack on Titan. We love hentai. Who love hentai? Come on. Where's my Coomers at? What's everybody say? Yeah. Look, she's dancing and she's in her underwear. Oh, look at the booba. What's them vagine? Oh my, I love Japanese culture. You know, they don't have an issue with you like making anime stuff, you know, big eyed characters and cute waifus and yeah, that there's no problem with that. Well, one has to understand that different countries have different rules and people have different mindsets. We shouldn't really criticize because like from Japan, a lot of things that we love, you know, were made there. Mario and Goku and Luffy and all that stuff and One Piece and all that stuff. Final Fantasy, you know, Tifa and Cloud and Sephiroth, all that cool shit. So yeah, they're very creative. They're very awesome. And to be fair, to be honest with you, I mean, one of the projects I'm working on has a really big, bug-eyed anime waifus with big boobas. You know, it has characters and a style that looks like anime. And it's pretty cool. I like that style. I like that art style a lot. Even though there's different um, types of anime styles. You know, it's not all just big-eyed lowlies. Oh my God, he said the word. No, just but you when you see anime, you'll know. Okay, this is anime. Although there's a lot of people from Korea and from China who are making shows that are similar to anime, who can be like, well, I guess because anime is basically Japanese animation, you know, and manga is like Japanese comics, right? But you get the drift. They're not. They don't have an issue. Like for them, they like to enjoy entertainment. Although for the most part, they like to enjoy their own entertainment the most. Because in some places, a lot of people consume anime and Kamehameha, Rasengan, and Year 5, Year 4, oh, and Zoro, and Luffy, and Sanji, all that. But yeah, I mean, I can't blame them. What they make is awesome. Everyone loves it. So like, it's obviously based, uh, and all the Giga Chat enjoyed naked waifus in very, very questionable positions and tentacles. Don't forget about the tentacles and the Super Sentai. Power Rain. No, Super Sentai came first. You stupid retard. Oh, okay, my bad. I love both. I love both. So, yeah. I mean, I love all sorts of video games, and Japan was basically the country who made video games explode. One of the most epic video games like The Legend of Zelda, Final Fantasy, Super Mario, right? All that it came from Japan. Sure, we have our different games for like America, like Mortal Kombat, but what about Street Fighter? That came from Japan, and everyone loves Ryu. It's Ryu, not Ryu. You stupid bigot. Well, it's not bigot, but I like saying bigot, bigot, dig it. You know, who doesn't love Chun Li? Come on. Who doesn't love Ken? Who doesn't love Akuma? Who doesn't love Bison? Actually, it's Vega. See what I did there? Uh, but yeah, I know a lot about their stuff, their culture. Besides anime, they have their maid cafes. They like to do a lot of quirky stuff. You know, a lot of events. They have the vending machines. They have the gacha machines. That's a big part of their culture. It's not only in video games; it's in real life. They have these machines where you like, you put money on them or whatever, and they give you different prizes. And there's like rarity. There's some normal, and then there's the rare, and there's the legendaries, and all that. They love collecting figurines and waifu dolls and all that. And who can forget the pillows that had this white sticky fluid on them? Who knows? That's probably bleach. Although bleach is not really sticky, not that I know of. Well, it's probably Japanese bleach. Get what I did there? Ha! Michael, it's fun. And yeah, honestly, Japan number one. Japan. Um, they just want to be left alone, guys, to enjoy, to know how One Piece is going to finish, even if that's gonna finish, because I don't really know whenever the hell that's gonna finish. I don't really know when. There's like a millions of chapters for One Piece, the manga and the anime. They're both long as hell, long as Tyrone's PP. Get it? And it is. Sorry, I brain farted again. Is there an anime that I'm watching currently? Yeah, I do like Overlord. Of course, my favorite anime of all time is Dragon Ball, Naruto, and all those brain rot, but Dragon Ball specifically. Godspeed to Akira Toriyama, rest in peace. The GOAT. That's basically my childhood. Even though, well, where I live, Dragon Ball is like they're trying to erase it, but yes, I don't really care. I already seen it all, so it's good to me. Um, I also like Dragon Ball GT, despite the fact that yeah, he has a lot of flaws. Well, Dragon Ball has flaws, but GT has like real flaws. But I love it. I used to watch it over and over and over on repeat when I was little. On TV, on DVD, you name it, you love it. And yeah, it is something that inspires me. When I was very sick, I was almost to the point where I was sure that I was gonna die. Something that inspired me was the fact that I was able to experience something as beautiful as Dragon Ball, right? And I felt horrible when I learned about what happened to Akira Toriyama. We made a video that was in my other channel that I deleted a long time ago. I'll delete this one, so don't watch the video anyway. And it really hurt me because that man was such a figure, such an inspiration to many mangakas and to many, aspiring artists and developers and you name it. He made something that could be enjoyed by everyone. In fact, like he's one of the big OGs when it comes to anime becoming a worldwide phenomenon. Not just anime, but Japanese Japanese culture as a whole, and people getting interested in learning more about Japan. and using the proper terms, right? Knowing the differences between certain mangas and certain shows, knowing what OVAs are or OVAs, knowing about filler, all that stuff, all that good shit. And yeah, honestly, in life there's good stuff and there's bad stuff. And I always try to see it both ways. And there's a lot of beautiful things about Japan. The scenery is beautiful. I repeat, in case you didn't heard, uh, the people that live in Japan, they send me pictures for the. They take pictures of the temples, of the cities and stuff, like with the whole when they're running the ads for the anime characters and all that cutesy stuff they show me, and they send videos, and I'm like, wow, this looks sick, this looks rad, wow, it's so cool. Wow, the temples and the history, the samurais, all that cool shit, and the ninja. Yeah, they're awesome. Their culture is superb. It's really awesome. Nobunaga and all that stuff. Trying to conquer Japan, trying to conquer the world. I know all about it. I know all about it. That he was betrayed by Mitsuhide Akechi, one of his right hand men, and he got killed. But he's a very, very important figure in Japan, if not one of the most important figures in all of Japanese history. Nobunaga Oda Nobunaga. And he's in a lot of games, in a lot of media. People know who he is. Even though they wouldn't really know much about Japanese culture, but they know and they want to learn. They want to learn about the stories. They want to learn about Tadakatsu Honda. They want to learn about the Japanese characters, from history and all that. And that's beautiful. That's awesome. History for me is always something amazing. And thankfully, my country has a lot of beautiful history, a lot of heroes, a lot of awesome, badass gigachats, right? That fought to end slavery and to make sure that we could live properly and stuff. For me, they are awesome. I love learning about that stuff, right? And to end this, in Japan, there were a lot of very charismatic, very amazing figures, right? Very a lot of geniuses that fought in the feudal wars. Um, and it doesn't really matter that much the way you see it. Like you can say, oh well, they did this, they did that, but it's history, and it's a very rich thing that they have temples, they have artifacts, they have objects that can prove that it happened, and that they embrace it and that they accept it. And you had to go, if you go to Japan, you had to go pray at the temples, you had to be respectful, you had to be someone accepting, as I said, embrace the culture, and you'll see that you won't get really a lot of trouble because they're nice people. And yeah, I'm gonna make this 20 minutes just for the fun of it. Is there anything else I would like to say? Well, uh, I dig Japanese chicks. They have big boobies. They're a bit hairy, where, but yeah, they have big boobs. Oh my god, you sexist! Well, that's what they show on TV. What kind of TV? What kind of shows are you watching? Oh my god, okay, well, guys, YouTube is gonna demonetize me, so let's relax. Let's chill. Yeah, I'm very random. I'm like that. I just like to have fun. I love Dead or Alive. My favorite waifu from that is Probably a Yane, and that's all you're gonna get. See you.